Coming to the line now, race 19, Youth Juniors, second leg. Non-starters in this one, 71 Max Corns and 81 Jack Corns. Webb makes the best to start in this one, race 19. James Shanes leads though into the first corner. James Shanes leads, Ashton Webb's in second, Joe Nichols in third, followed by Kieran Hicks, Ross Williams, Connor Levy, Jack Wagner, Paul Billy, and 93 out in front, James Shanes. Ashton Webb still at second place, Ross Williams has come through for fourth, taking fourth place from Kieran Hicks. Ross Williams now moves up to third place. Joe Nichols back to fourth. Followed by Kieran Hicks, Zach Wajtknecht and Connor Liddy. James Shanes, what a gap now. 40 metres in front, Ashton Webb. Ross Williams is in second place. Joe Nichols still in third. Moving up to fourth place now. Zach Wajtknecht, Kieran Hicks back to fifth. Zach Wajtknecht comes up on the inside of Joe Nichols. 109, passes number 90. He's up to fourth place now, on the little 85. 93, James Shanes, takes the last lap flag. Boyd in the front there, that's the way, second place. Ross Williams close third, Zach Wagner still got fourth. Joe Nichols is fifth. Followed by Kieran Hicks, Connor Levy, Paul Billy, and a couple of laps down, that's Callum Walker. 93, James Shanes comes towards us, he takes the second flag, that's a win for number 93. Zach Wagner now moves up to third place. Ashton Webb comes through, he takes second place. Zach Wagner in third, followed by Ross Williams, Joe Nichols and Kieran Hicks. So results of race 19, Youth Juniors, second leg was a win for number 93, second place 112, third was 109, fourth was number 90, fourth was 11, sorry, fifth was 90, sixth was 78, seventh was number 9, eighth was number 2, ninth was 17, and 10th, 82. Those numbers again, 93, 112, 109, 11, 90, 78, 9, 2, 17 and 82. Out on track now, Autos and Cadets, race 20, Autos and Cadets combined. Callum Phillips leads, Jack Dummett in second place, Mary Gribble's there in third, followed by Henry Atkins, Andrew Grove, Kieran Vaughan, Nicky Walker and Max Cherry. Extras this one, 10 Mary Gribble, 77 Max Cherry, and 22 that's Kieran Vaughan. Callum Phillips, quite a lead now. Looks over his shoulder to see where his mates to. Jack Dummett's there in second place, he's quite a way down. Still holding third place, Mary Gribble. Fourth place, number 29. That's Henry Atkins. Rowe and Kieran Vaughan. Still Callum Phillips is at lead. Callum comes towards us, 53, takes the last lap flag. Jack Dummett's still in that second. Mary Gribble's still got that third place. Henry Atkins, number 29 in fourth. Callum Phillips, 53, takes the win. Henry Atkins then moves up to third place, but Jack Dovick gets second. Henry Atkins gets third, Andy Gribble fourth. All the way out this row, and Kieran Vaughan. So the results of that race 20 on the top row for the Auto Cadets, win for 29. Second place was number 10. Third place was number 6. Fourth place was 77. And fifth place, 27 on the bottom line for the cadets. First place, 53. Second place was number 9. Third place, 22. Those numbers again, Auto Cadets, 29, 10, 6, 77 and 27. And the cadets, 53, 9 and 22. Over to you, Jim, for race 21. That's a 350cc solos.
And an interesting one it promises to be as we look to the lineup for the 350 third leg, and indeed coming to the line, number 1 Tom Perry, 2 rides already, 2 wins already. There's been some changes in the other places though, because number 7 Josh Dingle we won to watch, he had a 7th place first time out, and then incredibly had a really good 2nd place in his 2nd ride. John Shanes has had a 3rd and a 5th, Max Sandford has had a 2nd and a 3rd. And I think everybody will be thinking, can anybody get past Tom Perry? Looks to be in absolutely terrific form on his 350. Certainly looks to be enjoying the circuit. Well, up go the tapes and they get underway. Oh, Tom, I think he's on the outside. I don't think he's made the start, so he's got some work to do. That's Max Sandford that's got the lead as they go into that first turn. And as they start to sort themselves out, they come off that top turn and down past me for the first time. Here's number 7. Josh Dingle has got to the front. The gaggle of riders there together as John Shanes has taken the inside line. Tom Perry is now coming all the way around the outside and has got himself up in the 2nd place. He's now got to chase down Josh Dingle, who's got away and has got the lead at the moment. So Tom Perry it is that's closing the gap on Josh Dingle as they come past us for the 2nd time. Well, all the work I think for the Tom Perry camp is going to be how do we get that bike out of the start line, because once he's up and running he's very, very quick, and he's gone the long way round Josh Dingle to get himself to the front. Josh is hanging on though as he strikes back coming into this top turn. He's very sensibly taken a very tight line on the inside, and there's problems for Josh. Looks as if he's lost his chain as he coats past us. Big disappointment for Josh Dingle. A terrific ride in prospect there. He had the early lead, Tom Perry closed him down, but Josh was by no means out of it. And disappointment as he's lost his chain, has to pull out of the race. It means that it's all been handed to Tom Perry as he takes the checker flag and makes it 3 out of 3. John James with a good ride gets up into 2nd place. So let's give you the overall result. A big disappointment. I'm sure you'll all share with me that number 7 Josh Dingle doesn't score in this ride. Making it 3 out of 3 though is number 1 Tom Perry. In 2nd place number 193, that's John Shanes. In 3rd place number 79 Max Sandford. In 4th place number 4 Jack Quintrell. And 5th place number 184. Those numbers again, race 21 it was. Number 1, 193, 79, 4 and 184. Oh, then we move over the page and I hand back to Gary. We see the left-hand sidecars out for the 3rd time.
Commentating on the 1000cc left-hand sidecars, I must admit, it is new to me. Don't see them very often, but I'll do my best, like I said before. Change of passenger for Will Penfold. It's now Pete Shaw. Yep, Pete Shaw. Driver number 375, 1000cc sidecar. Race 22 leaves the start line. 142, Terry Nicholas, Craig Scott make the best of the start. 130, dives through, takes the lead in the first corner. That's Charlie Ridley and Steve Bowles. Charlie Ridley, Steve Bowles lead. Harry Nicholas, Wade Scott in second place. Andy Dye, and in fourth place, Andrew Evans and Darren Davis. 142, dive through, now they take a lead. Terry Nicholas and Craig Scott out in front. Second place, Charlie Ridley and Steve Bowles. Charlie Ridley and Steve Bowles dive right outside of Terry Nicholas and Craig Scott. Take a lead back again. So they're in third place. Still on that fourth place. Number 4. Number 130, find ourselves going skywards. That's on 130. Charlie Ridley and Steve Bowles back up on their feet again now. Trying to push James right away. 142, Terry Nicholas. And Craig Scott. They're in the lead now. Second place, number 3, Paul Morley and Andy Dye. And struggling around in third place, number 4, Andrew Evans and Darren Davis. Craig Scott take away, number 3, Paul Marley, Andy Dye gets second place. And in third place, Andrew Evans and Darren Davis. Results of race 22, 1000cc left-hand sidecars was a win for 142. Second place is number 3. Third place, number 4. Those numbers again, just in case you didn't get them. 142, 3, and number 4. Over to you, Jim, for the solo open third leg.
So we look across to the start line down there in the dip. A lot of riders been struggling to get some grip off that start line. Up go the tapes. Well, indeed, did I see a front wheel being lifted then as they get underway? That is Carl Miles that's got away. He got the lift, but he slows going into the first corner. Chesney King goes through on the inside. Tom Perry's on the outside of him though, and it is Tom Perry that's come round the outside and got himself to the front. Chesney King with a horrible moment in the middle of that bend. He's got himself into second place, and Carl Miles. So the 3 that I picked out who'd had good rides in their first and second rides, out there competing against each other in race 23. And it is Tom Perry that's got the best of it at the moment. Comes off that top turn, goes very wide, but he's very quick. Chesney King's going to chase after him as he goes down that bottom turn. And Carl still sitting there in that third place. Tried a different line around that bottom turn, tried going much wider. I think the riders are looking to see where Tom Perry's going. He drives hard off his top end. One more lap to go for Tom Perry. Chesney King still sitting there in second place. Carl Miles, as he has been all race, sitting there in third spot. Kevin Bishop it is, Keith Snelling's got to try and make up the ground on that third place. But as the checker flag is made ready, this is the third leg ride, Heat 1, race 23, and it's won by Tom Perry, his second win in this class. Followed home in second place by Chesney King, and third place, Carl Marks. So race 23 then, a win for number 1, Tom Perry, followed home in second by number 5, Chesney King. Third place goes to number 211, Carl Miles, and fourth place, number 44, Keith Snelling. Fifth place finisher there, number 95. So you should have had for race 23, number 1, number 5, 211, 44 and 95. As we get close to the interval, just one more race to go. Gary, we stay with the second heat of the third leg.
Well, thank you, Jim. Moving on now to race 24. Like Jim said, third leg. Second heat. Non-starters in this one. 111 Kevin Williams. 58 Nick Mallet. Jason Prynne is the makes the best of the start. Jack Meredith's going with him in second place. Third place, Paul Whitelam Jr., Sam Foley's in fourth, followed by Scott Cresswell. Scott Cresswell dives through, they takes third place, Sam Foley's in fourth. Still James Prynne is the lead, though. Third place, Scott Cresswell, fourth Sam Foley, followed by Paul Whitelam Jr., Stefan Maunder, and Chris Lambert. What a gap, mate. Scott Cresswell in second place. Jack Meredith went third. First qualified to take Jack Meredith from Dingle dry last year. He broke his shoulder with that Pearce. See Jack back on a bike. Still Prynne is at leads. Good 20 metres in front of Scott Cresswell. Last lap made for Jason Prynne. 200 Scott Cresswell. Jack Meredith turns third place. Fourth place number 14, Sam Foley, followed by number 8, Stefan Maunder, 92, Paul Whitelam, and number 20, Chris Lambert. 25, Jason Prynne, each up, takes the stick over his shoulders, he's got Scott Cresswell coming. Sam Foley comes through, he gets third place, Jack Meredith gets fourth. Fifth place, Stefan Maunder. Results of that race, race 24, last race before the interval, was a win for number 25. Second place, 200. Third was number 14. Fourth was 461. Fifth was number 8. And sixth, 92. Those numbers again, 25, 200, 14, 461, 8 and 92. There's now a 20-minute interval. Make use of the beer tent to the catering should you need it. We'll see you in 20 minutes time. Race 25, solo invitation, comes to the line, keep snelling, makes the best of the start. Max Sandford, Steve Pearce, and Paul Whitelam go with him. Keep snelling leads, number 44, Max Sandford in second, Steve Pearce in third, John James in fourth, Paul Whitelam fifth, Meadows and Ryan Williams. Number 44, keep snelling out front, Max Sandford on the 350, holds a good second place. 500 leads. 350 is Max Sandford, John Shane and Steve Pearce in third, fourth, second, third and fourth, and Paul Whitelam on the 250. He's in fifth place. John Shane's and Max Sandford scrapping out for second place. Max Sandford covering those second, John Shane's in third. Corner over, keep snelling. 44, Max, John James, Max Sandford, Steve Scrap, second place. John James third, Steve Pearce fourth, followed by Paul Whitelam, Ryan Williams, Chris Lambert, and Dave Meadows. Results of race 25, solo invitation, win for number 44, second place was 79, third was 193. Fourth was 184, fifth was 92, sixth was 95, seventh was number 20, and eighth, 105. Those numbers again, 44, 79, 193, 184, 92, 95, 20, and 105. Over to you, Jim, now for race 26, LH Sidecars, third leg.
Thanks, Gary, and indeed things now starting to get sorted out. One or two riders missing out, of course, with four-leg rides. It does give you a chance to recover. I mean, we know that Myles Simmons missed his first ride. With 3 good rides, you can still make that big final, but it's a big class and a lot to do. And riders that have dropped points earlier on need to try and make them up in this 3rd and 4th leg. The first is race 26, and they're already underway, and they come up for the time. Well, I was going to say that it was Neil Owen that had a win earlier on this afternoon, and Neil Owen it is that gets to the front. He charges down that back straight, a much better start from Steve Smith this time. He sits in 3rd place at the moment. But Neil Owen, the early leader, as they go around that bottom turn and come up past us for the second time. Looking at outfit number 11 on the bottom turn. That is James Goudge and Dave Goudge, who certainly have got quicker as the afternoon's gone on. They've got themselves to the front. Neil Owen has now got to do the chasing, but he's also got to watch out for Steve Smith, who's gone right round the outside of him into that bottom turn. So Steve Smith, with a much better ride this time, comes up the finishing straight. And second place. Here we go to the lead as well. He's trying to stay wide, but James Goudge drives out hard. It means that Steve Smith can dive underneath, and Steve comes underneath James Goudge and goes down the back straight and gets himself to the front. Well, you can almost see that James Goudge looked across and wondered where he'd come from. He'd worked his way through. He's now going to see the last lap flag, and he's got daylight. Steve Smith it is that holds the lead going down the back straight for the last time in this race. So making some changes during the interval. Maybe the gearing's been changed, maybe the tyres have changed. Whatever it is, it seems to work for Steve Smith as he sees the checkered flag and he comes towards it now and takes the race victory in his 3rd ride. Good ride from James and Dave Goudge to make second. Kevin Colburn as he sits 3rd. So the official result of race 26, the right-hand side cars. 3rd leg ride, the first of those heats, and a win for number 2. First win of the afternoon for Steve Smith and Matt Vickery. 2nd place, number 11, James Goudge and Dave Goudge. 3rd place, number 12, Neil Owen and Kevin Colburn. 4th place, number 14. 5th place goes 13, and 6th place, 88. So those numbers are 2, 11, 12, 14, 13 and 88. We stay with the right-hand side cars, and Gary, we go to Heat 2.
Well, thank you, Jim. Changes for race 27. Phil Sims repaired his bike now. He's back on track. Mark Courtney in the chair. 306. Mark Warren has Liam Brown in the chair. 57. Clive Stone and Rolly Broomfield are non-starters. Bringing in number 37, Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe. So 37, Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe, replacing 57, Clive Stoneman and Rolly Broomfield.
Brilliant driver, isn't it? Okay, bike is going good too.
Oh yeah. Tapes go over race 27. Mark Cossar, Carl Blythe make the best of the show. Second place, 3rd place, Mark Warren. Liam Brown in 4th place, Colin Pardo. His passenger Dave Williams, followed by Phil Sims, Mark Courtney, and in 6th place, 362, John Thorpe and Ian Howe. No problems at the front though. Mark Cossar, Carl Blythe, starting out quite a lead now over Robbie Wilson and Colin Hill. Mark Warren, 4th place. Mark Courtney, 6th place. Colin Pardo, Dave Williams down to 4th place, and in 10th place, John Thorpe and Ian Howe. 37, Mark Cossar, with his passenger, Carl Blythe. Keeping away in this one. 2nd place, picking it hounded all the way by Mark Warren and Liam Brown. Colin Pardo and Dave Williams. 37, Mark Cossar. Carl Blythe, they come off the that flag. Robbie Wilson still out 2nd place. Mark Warren. Liam Brown. Coming off Pittsburgh now. Mark Cossar, Carl Blythe take a win. Win for number 37. 2nd place. And 3rd, Mark Warren and Liam Brown. close to that race, race 27, 1000cc sidecars. Win for number 37. Second place was 42. Third was 306. Fourth was 16. And fifth, 362. Those numbers again, 37, 42, 306, 16 and 362. Back to you now, Jim, for race 28.
Perhaps quick to remind you that the 1000cc sidecars will have a fourth leg ride, and at the end of that, it's whoever scored the most points. The top 6 will go in that big final, the last race of the day, race 43. Same thing for the open solo, and before that we've got a lot of the point scoring rides, the 350s, and of course all the junior classes. For the moment, we turn our attention to race 28 in your programme. It's a big clash of 4 very strong competitors in this class as they get underway. Who's made the best of the start? Myles Simmons made a good one, Andy Gribble made a good one, but Rob Wilson made the better one. Rob Wilson it is that gets into the front as he goes into that first turn. Myles Simmons is right on his back wheel as he comes out of that first turn as they disappear down the back straight. Andy Gribble tries to respond and tries to stay with those front 2. Richard Thomas sits in 4th place at the moment. As they come off that bottom turn, it is Rob Wilson that's setting the pace. Myles Simmons, Andy Gribble and Nicky Owen sitting there in that 3rd spot. Richard Thomas now getting closer and getting on terms with those front 3. But Rob Wilson really starting to turn the pace on. He must have sat in that pit box and seen Mark Cossar going brilliantly in his last ride. Rob Wilson seeing how much more he can get out of his bike as he comes around on the track. In that 2nd spot. And Richard Thomas close. Andy Gribble holding that 3rd place at the moment. And not forgetting Gary Ball and Debbie Bird sitting there in that 5th place. But the last lap flag goes already for Rob Wilson. Into his last lap. No changes at the moment. And Myles Simmons Kevin Woodley hold that 2nd place. Now they had a 3rd place in their, what is effectively their 2nd ride, so I think it's a tall order for Myles to make it into the final, but that's indeed how they finished. So race 28 then, the last of the 3rd leg rides for the 1000cc sidecars, and a win very convincingly for number 24 Rob Wilson and Terry Saunders. 2nd place goes to number 9 Myles Simmons and Kevin Woodley. 3rd place number 3 Andrew Gribble and Nicky Owen. 4th place goes to 60 Richard Thomas and Jason Barry, and 5th place number 89 Gary Ball and Debbie Bird. So you should have had for race 28, 24, 9, 3, 60 and 89. And if you haven't been keeping a check on the points, then don't worry, we've got somebody sitting here who's going to do all the points for us, and we'll let you know who it is that's got to do whatever they've got to do in their last ride to qualify for that big final.
Just the 2 riders this one again. No Roland Fotheringham, no Darren Harris, no Colin Harris, no Keith Snelling, bringing 105 Dave Meadows to accompany 37 Richard Cooper. Richard Cooper leads this one. Bunch of Deja Vu coming on now. Cooper leads. Dave Meadows 2nd place.
5.8 tons.
Last lap now for number 37, Richard Cooper.
Cut out Mark Cossar.
37, Richard Cooper takes the win. Again. 105, Dave Meadows gets second.
Bad if you had half a dozen.
That's a late note, isn't it? Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Different. Oh, yeah. Make him wonder. That's all tennis, man. That's the trouble with everything now. Packing up things here. Really?
Yeah.
See what it costs me, yeah?
Race 30 leaves the start line, and Lucky Callum Walker's been left from the start. No Kieran X in this one either. Ashton Webb leads, James James in second, followed by Zach Vasnet, Joe Nichols, Ross Williams, Connor Libby, James James. Ashton Webb in the first corner, James James front now, Ashton Webb in second, Zach Vasnet in third. Ross Williams comes through to fourth place, Joe Nichols back to fifth, Connor Libby's in sixth, followed by Saul Bully, and Kyle Matthews. No problems at the front, no James James, still out in front. On the 14 now, 20 or 30 minutes for last way. Zach Vasnet comes in outside, still in third place. Ross Williams in fourth, Joe Nichols in fifth. Connor Libby sixth. By Saul Bully and Kyle Matthews. Last lap is made number 93. Ross Williams breaks down on the pit bend on the last lap. James James goes up on the problems at the front. 93 comes through, takes the win. 112, Ashton Webb in second place. Third place to Zach Vasnet. Fourth place Joe Nichols. Fifth place Connor Libby. Saul Bully. And seventh place Kyle Matthews. Results of that race, race 30, win for 93, second place was 112, third place was 109, fourth place was number 90, fifth was number 9, sixth place was number 2, seventh place number 17. Those numbers again, 93, 112, 109, 90, 9, 2 and 17. Next race, race 31, Youth Autos and Cadets. Extras for this one, 77. That's Max Cherry, and 10 Henry Gribble in the auto class, and 22 Kieran Vaughan in the cadets.
Robert Wilson's also going well.
Callum Phillips makes the best of the start, 53, makes a dive at the gate.
Yeah.
He's in front, Jack Cummins in second, Mary Gribble's in third, followed by Anders Rowe, Henry Atkins, Kieran Vaughan, Lily Mae Walker and Max Cherry. Callum Phillips, 4-8 quarter distance over his mate, Jack Summit already. Jack's still in second place. Henry Atkins now up to third, Mary Gribble's back to fourth. Anders Rowe in fifth. Kieran Vaughan in sixth. past that flag. 30 or 40 metres in front of his mate, Jack Dummett. Henry Atkins still got third place, leading all the cadets. Followed by Mary Gribble, Anders Rowe, Kieran Vaughan. '53, Callum Phillips comes off the last turn. Comes towards the second checker flag. That's a win for number 53. Callum Phillips. Second place was number 9, Jack Dummett. Third was 29, Henry Atkins. And fourth, and Mary Gribble. Results of that race 31, youth autos and cadets. Top line for the autos. Win for number 29. Second was number 10. Third was number 6. Fourth was 27. And fifth, 77. On the bottom line for the cadets, 53 was first. Second was number 9. Third, 22. Those numbers again for the autos, 29, 10, 6, 77 and 27. That's 77, 27, not as I originally said, 27 and 77. And the cadets, 53, 9 and 22. That's 77 fourth and 27 fifth.
Well, indeed, as we look through the programme, we're now with the race 32 in your programme, and of course this is the fourth leg on the 350. It has 3 rides already, and this is the decider because it's 4-legged rides. The highest point scorer from those 4-leg rides takes the 350 this afternoon. And all eyes, I'm sure, on that white helmet, red leathers of Tom Perry riding number 1 this afternoon in the 350. He's had 3 rides and 3 wins, and he now goes round the outside of Max Sandford to get himself into the front once again. Max Sandford had the best of the start and got himself up in the front. Riding well in third place at the moment, Josh Dingle, who's had a second last time out, and had that awful finish of a broken chain, not scoring his third ride. He's been going well in the 350, and while Tom Perry gets away, you can see that Josh Dingle's looking to attack, and he dives underneath. Well, he's forced Max Sandford to go very wide on that far straight. Has Josh got the speed going up that back straight? He dives into this top corner, he's got a much tighter line, he's got the better racing line on the inside. He comes round off that top turn, this is going to be a close finish. Well, very close on the line for that second place. Terrific last lap from Josh Dingle. So let's hold the applause for the 350, because I'm sure Tom Perry's going to come round past you. We won't see these riders again. That has decided the 350 event. And I think even with double checking with the lap scores, I think I can actually just say to you now, we know who's won it. 4 rides and 4 wins this afternoon. Brilliant ride from the youngster Tom Perry, just out of the junior classes. We saw him last year on the 250. He's now riding 350 and 500. And a brilliant ride this afternoon to take the 350. They all come past you. Remember, a lot of these are only youngsters that have just moved up into the open classes. And I think you can see from just about through that helmet that Josh Dingle and Tom Perry, both very young in this sport. So for those of you that keep your programmes 100%, let's give you the official result of race 32. It was indeed a win for number 1, Tom Perry, followed home in second place by number 79, Max Sandford. In third place, number 7, Josh Dingle. In fourth place, number 193, John Shanes. Fifth place goes number 4. Sixth place, 184. And seventh place, 80. Means now we move on to the 1000cc sidecars. I hand you back to Gary, but some very interesting points being scored so far in the sidecars. We don't know yet exactly who it is that's going to go into that big final. All to be decided on the fourth leg rides.
Well, thank you, Jim. Back over the 1000cc left-hand sidecars now, race 33. Looks like there's just 4 coming out for this one. Well, the unlucky Terry Nicholas and Craig Scott left strand on the start line. Number 3 it is at leads, Paul Marley and Andrew Dye. Martin Cuff, Steve North. There's second place and third place, 1-3-0. Crashed in the last race, but they're back out again for this one. And only their second meeting. Paul Marley, Andy Dye, out in front with Martin Cuff and Steve North, making ground on the left hand over fence. Martin Cuff and Andy North, Martin Still Paul Marley and Andrew Dye lead. Martin Cuff and Steve North swap lines now, they're back on the inside. Still number 3 it is in leads, Paul Marley and Andrew Dye. Martin Cuff still hounded him for that lead. Number 3, Paul Marley and Andrew Dye, take the win. Second place was Martin Cuff and Steve North, and in third place, 1-3-0, that's Charlie Ridley and Steve Bowles. So the results of that race, 1000cc left-hand sidecars, 4th leg, winner number 3, Paul Marley and Andy Dye. Second place, 1-2-8, Marty Cuff and Steve North. Third place, 1-3-0, Charlie Ridley and Steve Bowes. Those numbers again, just in case you didn't get them, 3, 1-2-8 and 1-3-0. Over you now, Jim, race 34, solo for the 4th leg.
Just seen Tom Perry on his 350. We know he must be right up there amongst the top point scorers. Chesney King's been riding well this afternoon. He's up there with the top point scorers as well. Stefan Maunder, Paul Whitelam Jr., Jack Meredith also out there in this one. So we look across to the far side, the riders coming to that start line. In fact, it is Tom Perry who was the last one to join them on that start line. Up go the tapes, we get underway. And as they break going up that first straight, you can see that we've got a split at the front of the pack as they go into that first turn. Tom Perry has moved into second, looking to try and get that first back from the early leader. That was indeed 461 Jack Meredith. So Jack Meredith with a terrific start, but he's now been caught by Tom Perry, and the rest of the pack start to close on him as he's gone very wide coming out of that bottom turn. He's allowed 2 riders to come through on the inside of him. There's no stopping Tom Perry this afternoon. Has he got the 350 and 500 in his sight? Chesney King has moved up into second place. Sam Foley is the rider that's sitting in third place at the moment. But it all starts to get a bit spread out as Tom Perry has set a cracking pace as he comes off that top turn. Down by us for one more lap in his last qualifying ride. Pretty sure with the points that he's been scoring this afternoon, we're going to see him in the final. Equally, Chesney King, who's consistently scoring this afternoon. checkered flag as they come off that turn for the last time in the qualifying ride. Next time we see them both will be in the final. So race 34 then, the last of the qualifying rides for these riders. A win for number 1, Tom Perry. Doing that quite often this afternoon, isn't he? Second place, number 5, Chesney King. Third place, number 14, that's Sam Foley. Fourth place, number 46. Fifth place, number 8. Sixth place, 92. And seventh place, 95. Those numbers again, if you missed any of those, 1, 5, 14, 461, 8, 92 and 95. As we now move to the very last qualifying ride for the Solo Open. And you're back to Gary.
Well, thank you, Jim. Race 34, Solo Open, 4th leg, the last Solo Open qualifier of the day before the final. Non-starters in this one, 111 Kevin Williams, 37 Richard Cooper, and 97 Eddie Julian. Race 35 leads the start line. Jason Prynne makes best of the start. Second place is Keith Snelly, followed by Carl Miles, Scott Cresswell, and number 144, Kevin Bishop. Keith Snelly over good second place. Carl Miles he's there in third. Scott Cresswell in fourth. Kevin Bishop in fifth. Still Jason Prynne is the leads. Carl Miles 211. Oh, we'll give that bit of a gap between yourself now. The third place Scott Cresswell. Carl Miles still second place. Jason Prynne dressed very, very wide. Carl Miles looks to capitalise on that, comes up on the inside of him. Doesn't quite make it to the lead though. Still Prynne leads. Carl Miles takes stage the inside. Jason Prynne 25 gets the win. Carl Miles in second. Third place was Scott Cresswell with a bit of a six-training fight. Fourth place was Keith Snelly. Fifth place, Kevin Bishop. Results of that race, race 35. First place, 25. Second place, 211. Third place was 200. Fourth place was 44. Fifth place, 144. Those numbers again, 25, 211, 200, 44 and 144. Over to you now, Jim. Race 36, 1000cc sidecars, 4th leg.
Thanks, Gary, and interesting the sidecar position at the moment. I make it unofficially with the points that I've carried through from the 3 rides that we've got the possibility of any one of 8 or 9 riders could make it through to that final of 6 that go in race 43. So races 36, 37 and 38, we've got to decide who's going to add points to what they've already got and who is going to be the top 6 that go in that big final. Once they're there, of course, all that being top does is give you the choice of gate, and then it's a straight race between the 6 that have made that final. Now those that could be in with a chance, well, if we look at race 36, then Richard Thomas, by my reckoning, is sitting in 5th place at the moment on the points chart. Nicky Owen, number 12, he's sitting in 4th place overall. Bobby Wilson is possibly in with a shout. He's on 10 points from 3 rides. Indeed, as they get underway, it is Myles Simmons that's made the best of it. With him, Nicky Owen is sitting in 3rd. So Myles Simmons at last has got his machinery sorted. He's getting himself out in front. Will it be enough though? Because from 3 rides he's only scored 9 points. So he's going to have to watch the rest of these qualifying rides and see if he's been able to do enough. But he can do more. He's got to go for maximum points. Richard Thomas trying to hang on to him to make sure he gets that second place. Neil Owen breathing down his exhaust pipe as he comes off that top turn and down the back straight. Well, Neil Owen looks considerably quicker going into the bends, but Richard Thomas looks to have the speed going up the straights. But Myles Simmons and Kevin Woodley away from the scrap that's going on behind them. If you look on the far side, you can see that Richard Thomas and passenger Jason Barry were quick down that back straight. They hold it round this bottom turn. Neil Owen has decided to go the long way round. He's looking for the outside as he goes into that top turn on this the last lap. Richard Thomas responds. Pulls away going down that back straight. He knows that Neil Owen now is on the outside of him. He's going to have to hold a good line on this bottom turn and get the speed to the finishing flag. Myles Simmons is away from him, and it's Myles Simmons that gets the second flag. Richard Thomas has done enough. He gets that second place. So race 36, the fourth leg rides, heat 1, and a win for number 9, Myles Simmons and Kevin Woodley. They pick up maximum 7 points. In second place, number 60, Richard Thomas and Jason Barry. In third place, number 12, Neil Owen and Kevin Colborne. And in fourth place, number 362. So number 9, 60, 12 and 362. We now know what points have been scored by those 4 riders. I now hand back to Gary to see who's going to score points in race 37.
Change of passenger for number 8, Phil Sims. He's now got Mark Courtney in the chair with him. Mark Warren has now got Liam Brown. That's 306. Mark Warren has now got Liam Brown in the chair with him. Number 8, Phil Sims, has Mark Courtney.
Boys in the country are with there, some of them.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's Joe's never seen that an easy race.
James go for race 37.
He's all alone. Yeah, he's all alone.
Mark Warren, Liam Brown made a best of start. He's in the first corner. Getting a bit of a problem going in the first corner. End up on the inside of the track. Mark Warren, Liam Brown, they lead. Jamie Breen, Mark Truscott move up to second place. Goudge Boys, number 11, James Dave in fourth place. Phil Sims and Mark Courtney, and in fifth place. That's for today, that's Liam Brown. Second place, Jamie Breen, Mark Truscott. Third place, David James Goudge. David James Goudge. Mark Truscott moves back up to second place. Joe Sturridge leads on to fly past and they lose their chain. Brian and lead. Second place. Place to the final. Third place, Jamie Breen, Mark Truscott. Fourth place, Phil Sims and Mark Courtney. Fifth place, Colin Parlow and Dave Williams. So 306, Mark Warren, Liam Brown, come back. Warren and Liam Brown in second place. Still in third place. James Dave Goudge unofficially in the top 6. The second place could seal their place in the final. They take the win. Second place, James Dave Goudge, and third place, 88, Jamie Breen and Mark Truscott. So results of race 37, 1000cc sidecars. Win for 306. Second was number 11. Third was 88. Fourth was number 8. Fifth, number 16. Those numbers again. 306, 11, 88, 8 and 16. Solo final in the qualifying order. 1, 25, 5, 211, 200, 44, 461, 8, 14 and 95. That's the qualifiers for race 42. Solo open final given to you in their qualifying order. Over to you now, Jim, for race 38, 1000cc sidecars.
Yeah, brilliant, Gary, and indeed this is the last of the qualifying rides for the right-hand sidecars. Heat 3 of the fourth leg. And well, a lot of questions to be asked. Can Rob Wilson secure that place in the final? Can Andy Gribble? Can Steve Smith get in at the last minute? Well, it's Rob Wilson that's got away. Rob Wilson come off that start line and flew into that first corner. Mark Cossar's gone after him. Of course, he's in addition to this race, taking the place of my Stoneman. And Mark Cossar, until this race, was unbeaten this afternoon. 3 rides and 3 wins. He's getting very, very close to Rob Wilson as they come off that bottom turn. Holding forth at the moment, but all eyes I'm sure on the front of the field because Rob Wilson is holding that lead. He goes down the back straight with Mark Cossar in pursuit. Remember, Mark Cossar has lost no points so far this afternoon. He's had 3 rides, 3 maximum rides, 3 7-point rides, but Rob Wilson could mean that these two will go into the final on equal points. And it promises to be a good scrap between those two. Looking back at 3rd and 4th place, Steve Smith closing up on Andy Gribble as they get into that bottom turn. Andy Gribble, Steve had a win in his 3rd ride. Disappointing performance in the first 2 rides, but a win in ride 3 has put him in contention of getting into the final. He really does need to get up into that 3rd, I think, but we'll watch to see what happens as they come towards the checker flag. Rob Wilson looks like making sure of the win. He's secure of getting into the final. Mark Cossar gets the 2nd, so he'll be going as well. And we'll work out the points of Andy Gribble finishing in 3rd and Steve Smith 4th. So let's give you the result of that last of the qualifying rides for the sidecars. A win for number 24. That is, of course, Rob Wilson and Terry Saunders. They move on to 26 points and are sure of a place in the final. Second to them, number 37. The first time they dropped points this afternoon. That is, of course, the replacement riders that came in, Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe. In 3rd place, number 3, Andy Gribble and Nicky Owen. In 4th place, number 2, Steve Smith. And in 5th place, number 14. So, 24, 37, 3, 2 and 14.
On the line now, race 40 Youth Juniors. Last Youth Junior race of the day. Ashton Webb makes another flying start.
Do your lap of honour for that.
Zach Wajtknecht in 2nd place. James Shane's in 3rd, followed by Ross Williams and Joe Nichols.
You never did. And I won there. You should have run me and I said, come on.
Zach Wajtknecht in 3rd, followed by Joe Nichols, Ross Williams.
Mary Gribble have improved a bit, haven't she? She used to be one of those sorts of last
In front of James James, 93, still out in front. Ashton Webb 2nd, Zach Wajtknecht in 3rd, followed by Joe Nichols, Connor Libby, Callum Walker, Saul Bully, Kyle Matthews and the unlucky Ross Williams on the infield. He's broken down. Number 93, James James, almost 112, Ashton Webb, 109, Zach Wajtknecht, still having that scratch for 2nd and 3rd place. Nichols in a lonely 4th. Zach Wajtknecht dives up the inside of Ashton Webb now, in the 2nd place. 93, James James takes the win. Atkins second, and Wedge gets third.
I thought he was coming up with his friends.
I'll give you the results of that race. Race 40. Win for number 93. Second was 109. Third was 112. Fourth was 90. Fifth was 82. Sixth was number 9. Seventh was number 2. Eighth, number 17. Those numbers again. 93, 109, 112, 90, 82, 9, 2 and 17. But a slight change now to the solo final. Unfortunately, 200, Scott Cresswell can't go out, so number 92, Paul Whitelam Jr. will take his place. Qualifiers for that race are now in their number order: 1, 25, 5, 211, 44, 461, 8, 14, 95 and 92. I'll give them out again quickly: 1, 25, 5, 211, 44, 461, 8, 14, 95 and 92. Qualifiers for race 43, 1000cc sidecar final. Qualifiers are 24, 37, 3, 12, 60, 306. I'll read those out again after this race. Qualifiers for race 43, sidecar final. Back on track, all those in cadet. 53, Alan Phillips lead. Still in second place. Number 9, Jack Dummett. Third place, Henry Atkins, and fourth place, Mary Derrick. Sorry, Mary Holly. Callum Phillips takes the last lap flag. Dead in front. Number 9, Jack Dummett third, second, and Reactions in third. Andy Gribble in fourth. Followed by Anders Rowe and Kieran Ball. Callum Phillips takes the win. Jack Dummett gets second, and Atkins gets third. And Nicky Owen, number 12, Neil Owen, Kevin Colburn, number 60, Richard Thomas and Jason Barry, and 306, Mark Warren and Liam Brown. That's the qualifiers for race 43, that's the 1000cc sidecar final. I will give you the qualifiers for race 42 again. 1, Tom Perry, 25, Jason Prynne, 5, Chesney King, 211, Carl Miles, 44, King Snelling, 461, Jack Meredith, number 8, Stefan Maunder, number 14, Sam Foley, number 95, Ryan Julian, and 92, Paul Whitelam Jr. That's the qualifiers for race 42 and race 43. That's a solo open and sidecar open finals. Results of that last race: race 41 was a win for number 29. This is on the top row for the Older Cadets. Win for 29. Second place was number 10. Third place was number 6. Fourth place was 77. Fifth place 27. In the cadets on the bottom line, win for 53. Second was number 9. Third was 22. I'll give you those numbers again. Top line for the autos: 29, 10, 6, 77 and 27 on the bottom line for the cadets, 53, 9 and 22. I'll hand you over now, Jim, for race 42, solo open final.
Well, thanks Gary, 2 big finals to come, and not forgetting of course that this is just the first day of 2. We're back here again tomorrow, we do the whole thing again. But before we get into those big finals, there is a practice that's been agreed. I think that's the stonemen that are on the driving and passengering, but whose bike they've got I do not know. Well, I've just been updated by Gary to say that we think that's Clive Stoneman and Roland Broomfield having a quick practice, hopefully in preparation for tomorrow. So while I've got a moment, let's give you a reminder of who goes in this solo open final. We've got number 1. That of course is Tom Perry, who's already won the 350. He's joined by 25, Jason Prynne. Number 5 is Chesney King. 211, Carl Myles. You've just heard that 200 did qualify Scott Cresswell, but unfortunately he hit mechanical problems and had to withdraw from the final. Number 44 is Keith Kelly. Number 461 is Jack Meredith. Number 8 is Stefan Maunder. Number 14 is Sam Foley. Number 95 is Ryan Julian. And of course they're now joined by number 92, Paul Whitelam Jr. coming in to take the place of Scott Cresswell. So the additional practice for Clive and Roland, they'll get the bike back to the pits, and then we will be joined by the riders for the solo open final, race 42 in your programme. So the riders now making their way out of the pit box across the track to the start line for the solo machines. First to get choice of gate, number 1, Tom Perry. So where's he decided to go? Has he gone to the inside, or... Oh, we think he's gone for that middle line. All the riders now out of that pit box, making their way over to the start line. So, can Tom Perry make it 350 and 500 open? Can Chesney King stop him? Can Jason Prynne stop him? Oh, the tapes go up and we get underway, and they certainly do look to be getting much better starts now as the day's gone on. So they break into that first turn, and it's all closing up as they go up that first straight. Jason Prynne it is from Carl Myles as they come off that top corner. Carl Myles up in this mid zone. You see Tom Perry moving through now in the first place. You've got Chesney King on the inside of him going into that bottom turn. And they've all gone wide on that bottom turn. They've left the openings because as they come up to this top turn, you see Carl Myles opens it up again, tries to chase after that early leader, Jason Prynne. And Jason Prynne looking like making this one. He goes into that bottom turn. Carl Myles not able to close on him. Jason's gone very, very wide on that bottom turn. Oh, Tom Perry now responds, tries to close on Carl Myles, goes round the outside of Carl Myles and chases after Jason Prynne. Oh, will Jason try and hold it a lot tighter on that bottom turn? Sure that Tom Perry has seen that he goes very wide on that bottom turn. You can see the wide entrance that Tom Perry has made going into that bottom turn. Jason has held it tighter. Tom Perry's got to do it the hard way if he's going to get round him. They go up that back straight and Tom Perry dives in on the outside. He's got to go the long way round. It's going to be a very, very quick exit out of that bend, and Tom Perry's going to do it. Tom Perry makes it on the last lap. Gets round the outside of Jason Prynne. A fantastic last lap from Tom Perry. He's made it 2 out of 2 this afternoon, the 350 and the 500 open. Fantastic racing. He left it to the last minute. Dreadful start from Tom Perry. Had to work his way through the field. Terrific response from Jason Prynne. He made him work for it. Oh, appreciated the applause as they come round. A fantastic ride, you'll agree, from Tom Perry. He's not long out of those junior classes, and what a rider he's turning out to be. A fantastic effort. Now, the rest of the riders come by you. A fantastic final, some great racing. And as they disappear back into the pits, let's give you the official result of race 42. The solo open final was a win for rider number 1, Tom Perry. In second place, number 25, Jason Prynne. In third place, number 211, Carl Miles. In fourth place, number 5, Chesney King. In fifth place, number 14. Sixth place, 461. Seventh place, number 8. Eighth place, 92. And ninth place, 95. You should have had 1, 25, 211, 5, 14, 461, 8, 92 and 95. It means now that we've just got the right-hand sidecar open final. I'll hand you back to Gary, but I really shouldn't be saying just, because we've got the big sidecar open final. In about 15 minutes or so, there'll be a presentation of awards to the winners. And then not forgetting the auction tonight at 9 o'clock. And then a whole day racing once again back here tomorrow. Hope we're going to see you all then. For the moment though, I'll hand you over to Gary for the big right-hand sidecar final.
Well, thank you, Jim. I can see everybody beside the track rubbing their hands in anticipation. Race 34, 1000cc sidecar final. Top point scorers, Rob Wilson, Terry Saunders, and number 37, Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe. Equal top point scorers going into the final. Can they be beaten today? Up against them, number 3, Andy Gribble and Nicky Owen. There's some cracking rides today, as of Neil Owen, number 12, and his passenger Kevin Coburn on the Gordon. Richard Thomas, number 60, had a real big win a couple of weeks ago at Wimborne, and getting the grips of the track with a different passenger. 306, Mark Warren. His passenger is Liam Brown. So we'll be interested, really interested in 1000cc sidecar final. Just wait for him to come to the line now, and we'll be away.
I think this is going to be a great final.
Top qualifiers, Rob Wilson and Mark Cossar, side by side on the start line. Richard Thomas, he's on the high side. Andy Gribble on the low side. Tapes go. Rob Wilson makes the best of the start. Rob Wilson. Andy Gribble and Nicky Owen, and Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe. Mark Cossar and Carl Blythe guys through, they take third place. Set off in pursuit of Neil Owen and Kevin Coburn, no problems at the front row. Rob Wilson, Terry Saunders lead. Still Neil Owen and Kevin Coburn in second. Still that third place though. Jason Barry in sixth place. Mark Warren, Mark Warren and Liam Brown. So 24, Rob Wilson still out in front. Mark Cossar inside 3 now. Andy Gribble and Nicky Owen still got 4th. Fifth place, still number 60, Richard Thomas, Jason Barry, and Mark Warren and Liam Brown still 6th place. Coming off the pits turn now, Rob Wilson, Terry Saunders, 24, taking last lap flag. Struggling to get back on turn for Rob Wilson and Terry Saunders after a bad start. Neil Owen and Kevin Coburn still at 3rd. Drifting off the pace a little bit now, Andy Gribble and Nicky Owen in 4th place. Rob Wilson, Terry Saunders, take a win. 2nd place, Neil Owen and Kevin Coburn. Andy Gribble, Nicky Owen, 5th place, Richard Thomas and Jason Barry, and in 6th place, Mark Warren and Liam Brown. Results of that race, race 43, 1000cc sidecar final. Win for number 24, 2nd place was 37, 3rd place was number 12, 4th place was number 3, 5th place was number 60, and 6th place 306. Those numbers again, 24, 37, 12, 360, 306. Give all a round of applause. They've put on a cracking show for today. Tomorrow there's even more sidecars. 24 sidecars booked in tomorrow. Bring it on. If all the marshals and first aid personnel can stay in place, please. There's one more sidecar to come out for practice, so all marshals and first aid personnel, you stay in your place.
Lily May Walker. In the front. Fourth place, Max Cherry. Stand by Lily May. I've just done the wrong ones first. Bring them back. Lily May, that's yours. That's yours. Third place, Anders Rowe. On the third there, Anders. Second place, Mary Gribble. On the second over there. And in first place, Henry Atkins. On the top. Lily, come stand in front.
But let the first place sit. Smile.
Show your trophy.
Cheesecake.
Cadets. You're all right there, Bob. Third place, Kieran Vaughan. Second place, Jack Dummett. First place, Callan Phillips.
Callum Simpson! Callum Simpson!
Juniors!
Oh, you get
8th place, Kieran X. Seventh place, Callum Walker. Sixth place, Ross Williams. Fifth place, Saul Bully. Henry, you can take it for him. Fourth place, Joe Nichols. Third place, Zach Whitelam. Second place, Ashton Webb. And in first place, James Shames. Can you do another picture with Kieran? Pit bikes. First place, Kyle Matthews. On the first. On the first one. Second,
Right, we'll start with a solo invitation. Third place, John Shanes. Podium, John. Second place, Max Sandford. And a winner, Keith Snelling. Sorry, King from Morris, Solo uprights.
Just come here and get a shirt. You're in the picture,
Solo uprights, second place, Richard Cooper.
Richard, same way in, you know what it's like?
Yes. Thanks, mate. Well,
Yeah. And a winner, Dave Meadows.
Go on then, you go on.
Go back in. Almost to the
Stage.
go up on those now.
Can't go anymore.
Fall down.
Might as well stay there. Gives Bob more room anyway, doesn't it?
350cc solos. Third place, John Shanes.
All for you today, mate. We'll get up here again.
Do you have the results for left-hand sidecars? Yeah, that's right. I'll have a look at that. Second place, Max Sandford. And the winner of the 350 class, Tom Perry.
Carry.
Small.
Left-hand sidecars, third place, Charlie Ridley and Steve Bowes. You're useless, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty useless, yeah. Always one, Gary.
Second place, Paul Morley and Andy Dye. And winners, Terry Nicholas and Craig Scott. Terry Nicholas, Craig Scott.
They've gone home.
Right, I've got now in the 10. We're going to grab the Welsh boys. Sorry about the hold up. Well, once we have a seat, so.
Back down for Dress White coming up. Pets corner. Dingle drops it, going into pit turn, well in third place.
Good battle going on for that second place. Paul Marley and Will Penfold, both of them battling for that second place. You can see again, I think they're struggling with grip on that bottom corner, drifting very, very wide.
Jason Prynne is the lead, so coming up off the top corner. Chesney King just edges in front of Tom Parry. Tom Parry's back to third place now. Chesney's up to second. Chesney over the top corner.
But he's under a lot of pressure from Scott Cresswell.
Andy Gribble still owns the lead. Neil Owen's going for the dive through on the inside. Neil Owen take the win.
Josh will have seen that he goes very, very wide on the exits of the bend. He'll be hoping that he'll do it again on that last turn.
Myles Simmons and Kevin Woodley. Myles Simmons, Kevin Woodley coming under pressure now from Rob Wilson, Terry Saunders. Rob Wilson, Terry Saunders. Dive through for that second place. Myles Simmons, Kevin Woodley move back to third.
So a good scrap for that third place. Mark Warren forced wide once again on the top turn. James Goudge looking to get through on the inside. He pushes his way through. Well, it's going to force Mark Warren to stay wide on this bottom turn, and you can see it's also forced Mark Warren to close up on that second spot as well. Gaggle of riders there together as John Chains has taken the inside line. Tom Parry is now coming all the way around the outside. Well, all the work, I think, for the Tom Parry camp is going to be how do we get that bike out of the start line, because once he's up and running, he's very, very quick, and he's gone the long way round Josh Dingle to get himself to the front.
1-3-0, dives through, takes the lead in the first corner. That's Charlie Ridley and Steve Bowles. Andy Dye, and in fourth place, Andrew Evans and Darren Davis. 1-4-2, dive through, now they take the lead. Second place, Charlie Ridley and Steve Bowles. Charlie Ridley and Steve Bowles dive around the outside of Terry Nicholas and Craig Scott. Take the lead. Number 4.
He got the lift, but he slows going into the first corner. Chesney King goes through on the inside. Tom Parry's on the outside of him though, and they're already underway, and they come on fast for the first time. Looking at outfit number 11 on the so Steve Smith with a much better ride this time comes up the finishing straight. And second place. He goes to the lead as well. He tries to stay wide. But James Goudge drives out hard. It means that Steve Smith can dive underneath, and Steve comes underneath James Goudge and goes down the back straight and gets himself to the front. Tom Parry riding number 1 this afternoon in the 350. He's had 3 rides and 3 wins, and he now goes round the outside of Max Sandford.
Morning comes Steve North, swap lines now, they're back on the inside.
Well, has decided to go the long way round. He's looking for the outside as he goes into that top turn on this last lap. Richard Thomas responds. Pulls away going down that back straight. Myles Simmons is away from him, and it's Myles Simmons that gets the second place. Richard Thomas has done enough. He gets that second place.
James Goudge. David James Goudge.
Andy Gribble. Steve had a win in his third ride. They go up that back straight, and Tom Parry dives in on the outside. He's got to go the long way round. It's going to be a very, very quick exit out of that bend, and Tom Parry's going to do it. Tom Parry makes it on the last lap, gets round the outside of James and Prynne. A fantastic last lap from Tom Parry.
Mark Warren and Liam Brown. Place. Rob Wilson, Terry Saunders, take a win. Second place, Neil Owen and Kevin Owen. Andy Gribble, Nicky Owen, third place, Richard Thomas and Jason Barry, and in sixth place, Mark Warren and Liam Brown.